Okay, now explain.
Is it recording?
Yep, it's recording.
Hi. Go away. No.
Okay.
Okay, so here on Tribe of Ben, we're going to be reviewing a new game. It's called Voyagers. Picked this up at Goodwill, as you can tell. Lure of the Sea. Let's see what's in it. We got instructions. That's a good thing. Got a bunch of cards. Why in the heck do they give us these stupid golf pencils? We're going to use a real pencil.
Yeah.
Real pencil. That's what we're going to use. All right. One die, which has an L, an O, and a U.
Lou.
Lou. It's the Lou die. L. Loser. This is a dice roller that I made. Look it up on my TikTok. You'll see that I made a dice roller. And if you ask kindly enough, I will film myself putting this together. But anyway, put dice there. Whoops, no. Put dice there, and it comes out. See? And then, if you want, you can have a smaller one. Kind of a his and hers. Put a die in there, it goes in there. Or in that side. Goes in there, see?
And they come out. Whoops.
And it spins. Yay. And we got this. And we're people. And we're going to... We got land ho, under sail, and overboard. Alright. Then we're going to give this to the treasurer.
She's the treasure.
Welcome to Voyagers, Lure of the Sea, and get ready for a seagoing adventure of the first order. We are setting out to explore the oceans of the world and all that they have to offer. Here are some of the details of our mission. There are 3 areas that we will be exploring: land ho, under sail, and overboard. That's probably what the L, and the O, and the U stand for.
The Lou.
These are represented on each ship's log card with the answers on the back of the card. Okay, these are the ship's logs card. There's L-U-O. It's L-U-O because they don't want people to make the connection of Lou, so it's Luau.
Luau.
Yeah. Those are the questions. Those are the answers. Cool. Let's see. These are represented on each ship's log card with the answers on the back of the card. Proceed by rolling the die and exploring the area that comes up. Land ho, or L equals land ho, U equals under sail, and O equals overboard. That's kind of self-explanatory. After you roll, the person to your right draws a card and reads the log entry to you. Answers are on the colored side of the card, on the back of the card. You must answer at least 2 ship's log entries for each area. Can you see this? This is the where you keep score of land ho, undersea, and overboard. And you put our names there, and if we answer it, you mark it. If you don't answer it, you don't mark it. Seems plain and simple. Which is a total of 6 entries, so you must answer 6 questions to win. You must answer 6 questions to win, but it must be 2 of each. It can't be just 6 straight questions. However, you cannot decide which area you're going to explore. You've got to let the die do that. The Lou die. You may keep your turn and roll again as long as you correctly answer a ship's log entry. So if you answer correctly, you get to go again. A score pad has been provided to help keep your score. Keep you on course, it says. Some log entries are freebies. If you draw one of those, you automatically receive a credit for the question and continue your turn and roll again. Be careful here. Some entries may ask you to create a story. They may seem like freebies, but if you do not listen to the log entry carefully and follow its instructions, you may lose your turn. You'll see. By the way, some log entries are automatic losers. What can we say? Shipwrecks happen.
Really?
There is a rhythm to this game. If you treat it like you're on a ship, your ship. Let me start that over again. There is a rhythm to this game. If you treat it like you're on a ship, your ship, and you think sea, drink sea, and smell sea, well, maybe you'll get seasick. Or just maybe you'll have more fun and play better at it. Happy sailing! It's a big ocean out there.
Do you remember who goes first?
I don't. I'm looking. It's not just a game, it's a seagoing adventure. See, it even says it right on the bottom of the box.
Yeah.
And you gotta hold it like this, because if you don't, the cards will fall out. Let's see. Get ready to sail around the world. Join this wide-eyed ocean adventure and sail the wildest seas, dive the deepest canyons, and drop anchor at the most exotic ports. Explore our world of water, rich in life and lore. This is the lure of the sea. This family game presents a ship's log of 1,080 questions for ages 10 to adult. Some are easy, some are hard, some are simply amazing. And some may ask you to play a role, or find a treasure, or maybe just steer a smooth course around the world and be a Voyager. Yay. It still doesn't say who's supposed to go first. Ladies first. Put this here, like that. Put that there, put that there.
You.
Who's the person to your right? You. Ha 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 ha. It's you, right?
No, it's me.
Scientists claim that this could cause world sea levels to rise several feet over the next 50 years.
Melting of the icebergs?
I don't know. It says the greenhouse effect. Should we allow it? Because the greenhouse effect is what they're claiming is causing the icebergs to melt. But when I was in high school, I watched a documentary of the smartest scientists in the world trying to melt one iceberg on purpose, and they couldn't do it.
June 1994, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. You put a message in a bottle and throw it into the Atlantic Ocean. It is about to travel several thousand miles with the currents. Where will it most likely be found several months later? Cape Cod, Australia, or Spain?
Spain.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Good God. Oh.
In the twilight zone of the oceans, there is hardly any light, yet many creatures are colored a brilliant red. This works well as a defense against predators. Why?
I always thought fish were colorblind.
Nope.
Why?
It says red light is filtered out by the water at these depths. The creatures appear black and are hard to see.
Huh. That makes sense, I guess. We need the lazy Susan.
Yeah.
Do you want to use that one?
You have one?
That little one, wherever it is.
What little one?
The little dice thing.
Oh, you mean you want me to make a lazy Susan out of Legos?
No, I'm
We
saying.
can do that.
I'm saying. This, where's
The double one. The double one.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I mean, this game right here, we could put this and this on the lazy Susan.
And go.
See what I mean?
Ah.
Well, actually, it would have to be like this.
Why?
Because the person to the right. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter. No, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I could make a lazy Susan out of Legos.
Well, you already did. Kind of.
Well,
Sort of.
It's dice rolling lazy Susan.
Oh.
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 Why is this not like?
So turn around. Technical difficulties again.
Technicolor difficulties?
Yeah, technicolor.
The International Whaling Commission banned commercial whaling in 1966, 1976, 1986.
1986.
1986, the last year the whalers were good. Go.
You.
No, that's an N. Oh, sorry.
Sure. And ugh. Ugh.
The bluer the sea, the greater the sea life. True or false?
True.
False.
Oh, don't drop it.
It's a U.
How far offshore does the commercially regulated territory of the U.S. extend?
12 miles.
Nope.
Commercially regulated? 20 miles.
Nope.
6 feet.
Yeah, no. Nope. 200 miles offshore.
200. Wow.
Yep.
L.
New York City is made up of 3 boroughs. 4 of them are on 3 islands. Can you name 2 of those islands?
L.
August 1994, Republic of Maldives, Indian Ocean. There are 1,190 coral islands to choose from here. About 200 are inhabited. The average elevation is about 6 feet. What will happen to them if global warming occurs?
Indians taught the first American settlers how to go whaling offshore. True or false?
Indians? Now, do they mean Native Americans or do they mean residents of the country of India?
I think Native Americans.
Because of their sailing skills, the homeland of these people in 1000 AD covered a larger area of the world than any other people's homeland. Was it the British, the Italians, or the Polynesians?
November 18th, 1929, the Grand Banks off Newfoundland underwater earthquake. 5 transatlantic telegraph cables laying on the seabed were snapped instantly near the epicenter. 13 hours later, another one snapped, nearly 500 miles away and deep on the seabed. What caused the last cable to snap?
What's the score now?
Michelle has 2, I have 1, and you have none.
I have none.
0.
I'm a loser.
You're 0.
Look, even the die says I'm a loser. It gave me an L.
Assateague Island is 140 miles from Washington, D.C. It is a national seashore, and wild horses can be found roaming here. It is a new island created in 1933 by what?
The Gloria Maris, the glory of the sea, is the rarest shell in the world. There are only about 50 known in the whole world. Between 1855 and 1955, how many of these valuable shells were found? 0, 10, or 20?
20.
None, but don't stop looking.
On average, which fish is larger, a female or a male?
Males.
There are some big gals out there.
The world's longest underwater tunnel is 34 miles long and plunges 800 feet below sea level. Though it costs over $8 billion, it has not been a great success. There is even talk of using it as a place to grow mushrooms instead of ride trains. What country is it in?
A riddle. Why shouldn't you believe a shark story? Or a shark's story?
Why shouldn't I believe a shark's story?
Yeah.
Why?
And I quote, this hurts. There's something fishy about it.
Oh yeah.
A riddle.
Oh, brother.
The
Another.
beginning of a fairy tale about a jellyfish goes like this.
Once upon a time.
Close. Once upon a slime. Should we give it to him
Wah,
first?
wah, wah. I think we should give it to him just because it's so lame.
This whole game is lame. I didn't say that. 1883, Krakatoa, east of Java. Yesterday there were 10 square miles of land with an average elevation of 700 feet. Today there is just a giant slope 900 feet. Sorry. There is just a giant hole 900 feet deep and filled with the sea. What happened?
I think it's obvious.
Yeah, it is.
Scotsman dropped a nickel. That's how the Grand Canyon happened.
Oh, okay.
There's a Scottish explorer out west. He dropped a nickel. Had to dig it up to find it.
You're close.
Okay.
Krakatoa erupted.
Oh, that old ploy.
Yeah.
So that's the spin. And now half of Scotland wants to meet it.
Probably.
The other half is too drunk. May 1897, off Elizabethport, New Guernsey. The Holland, a U.S. Navy boat, successfully sank one of her first voyages. No, I'm sorry. Wow, I got to read this entire question all over again. It's because of the font they're using. It's like, what the heck?
And New Jersey.
Yeah,
So. And New Jersey.
And it's because it's New Jersey. May 1897, off Elizabethport, New Jersey. The Holland, a U.S. Navy boat, successfully sank on one of her first voyages. On one of her first voyages? What happened to her crew?
What?
They were all Article 15? I don't know.
They all drowned?
There's a clue in this question. And it's what I...
Port.
No, it's what I got hung up on. Not in
One of
pronouncing.
her first voyages.
One of her first voyages.
So there was no crew.
She successfully sank on one of her first voyages. What happened to the crew? Her crew.
So there was no crew.
No, there was a crew.
They swam ashore.
Nope.
They were rescued.
Nope. Has nothing to do with COVID.
I have no clue then.
Nothing bad. The Holland sank successfully because she was the first U.S. Navy's submarine.
If you do not get sick within 24 hours after eating a fish, you aren't going to. True or false?
There are some sunken nuclear submarines at the bottom of the oceans. They are armed and corroding. Radiation leakage is only a matter of time. How many sunken nuclear subs do you think there are?
Remember Snorri, the son of Thorfinn Karlsefni and his wife, Gudrid, the widow of Thorstein Eriksson, brother of Leif. Snorri was likely the first European child to be... what?
Water pressure can crush you, but how much does air weigh? At sea level, the pressure of the atmosphere is about 7 pounds per square inch, or 14 pounds per square inch.
Arctic terns trace the world's largest migration route each year. They navigate as accurately as the best equipped jetliner. How long is this route? 2,000 miles, 10,000 miles, or 20,000 miles?
Some oceanic birds spend most of their lives at sea. They return to land only for a few weeks each year to raise their young. They may wander for hundreds of miles from land, returning weeks later to their starting point. How do they navigate? By radar, by the Earth's magnetism, by the sun and stars.
by the sun and stars.
We are not sure, but radar is not acceptable.
Oh boy.
Which of these was not one of the top 5 species of fish by weight caught in 1992? Anchovy, pollock, mackerel, tuna, or pilchard?
Pilchard?
Who eats tuna anyway?
Seriously?
Seriously,
That's the answer.
that's the answer.
A sailor's life is the life for me. He takes his duty merrily. If winds can whistle, he can sing, still faithful to his friend and king. He gets beloved by all his ship, and toasts his girl and drinks his flip.
Okay.
Sing this heartily or lose a turn.
I couldn't carry a note in a bucket.
Repeat after me.
Let me see that. Let me see it. I need a microphone. Can't sing without a microphone.
Here you go, here's the pencil.
There we go, pencil. Here's the microphone. It says, let's see, what, I don't even know what tune this should be. Let's see.
A sailor's turn.
Yeah, but what?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's not a sailor tune.
Ay.
A sailor's life is the life for me. He takes his duty merrily. If winds can whistle, he can sing. Still faithful to his friend and king. He gets beloved. What? He gets beloved by all his ship, and toasts his girl and drinks his flip. A sailor's life is life for me. What do you think, huh? America's Got Talent's got nothing on me.
Boo.
I'm waiting for the voice. Come on, Miley Cyrus.
Boo, boo.
Boo. Yeah. Do I get it? Yeah, I finally got a point. It must be hard to live under the sea. If you don't get squeezed to death by the pressure or eaten by who knows what, you may get melted by a volcano. How many volcanoes are on the ocean floor? About 1,000? About 5,000? Or about 10,000?
The Orance Pius world map of 1532 shows the continent of Antarctica almost exactly as it exists today, even including mountain ranges. In what century did we begin to explore Antarctica?
The gravity of the Earth affects the moon. The gravity of the moon affects the tides. The tides affect your weight. True or false?
I know Tide gets my clothes clean. I like Lindsay Sterling's Master of Tides.
We are all slightly heavier at low tide.
September 1994, the Persian Gulf. How many barrels of oil spill each year here? 25,000, 250,000, 2.5 million.
Commercial fishing nets sometimes break loose and float freely. They become a curtain of death for fish that get stuck in them. About how many miles of these nets are lost each year? 400, 600, or 800?
You embark with Francis Drake aboard the Golden Hind. You scalawag you, pirating Spanish treasure in the name of the British Crown. You may pirate a turn from anybody else playing this game.
I can pirate a turn from anyone else playing the game.
And the answer is whenever you want.
The answer is whenever I want.
Yep.
Okay. Does that mean... See, there are questions here. Does that mean that when it's your turn, I can say, no, it's my turn? Or does that mean that after you roll and the question is asked, I get to answer it and that count as my question?
No idea.
That's how I would take it.
You may pirate
Yeah.
a turn from anybody else playing the game.
That's how I would take it too. Sure. So, I get one chance to answer someone else's question if I know the answer.
Yep.
It would be nice if that was a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so does land have high and low tides?
The first national seashore in the U.S. was Cape Hatteras, Fire Island, or Key West.
We found these mainly in. That's not a question, but we found these mainly in the rivers and lakes of South America. Slithering things, all charged up, 6 to 9 feet long. They can kill you. They can even kill a horse.
Okay.
Apparently, what are they?
Electric eels?
Yeah.
Was that a question?
I had to add the apparently what is it, but it didn't say that. It just says we found these mainly in the rivers and lakes of South America. Slithering strings all charged up, 6 to 9 feet long. They can kill you. They can even kill a horse. That's where it ends.
That's nice.
Yeah, and the answer is electric eels.
But
You got it.
okay, I got it. Cool. That's an O. Yeah. So that's one of my O's that I need to get. But that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
I know.
How do you answer a statement? May 1993. The Straits of Gibraltar. We are at the narrow mouth of the Mediterranean. Water from the Atlantic rushes in so fast that you cannot row against it. This is the only outlet for the Mediterranean. Yet, with all this water rushing into it, why doesn't the Mediterranean rise?
If you get this question correct, you will have won the game.
Oh my goodness, this is the game winner.
Birds flying low expect a rain and a blow. Why so?
A dolphin will not bite a human, even if it is subject to the most terrible tortures. True or false?
I would say true. Dolphins are pretty cool. Pretty chill. Sometimes.
True. But personally, we would torture the guy that tested this theory.
Well, yeah. Do you like to eat sea scallops?
That's all?
Well, should I wait for her to answer that one before I ask the actual question?
What's the answer?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Never actually had one.
Do you know how many eyes a sea scallop has? 1, 10, or 100?
100?
100 eyes. Here's looking at you, squid. What do I need now?
You need
you.
to roll the die.
You!
I got it. Yay. Give me an easy one, will you?
We're drifting around the Sarasota Sea. We're not sure which course to take. In a way, it doesn't matter. Whichever way we go, we still end up in the same place when we leave the Sarasota Sea. Where is that?
Oh. What do I need? I need L's, and I get an O. Of course I get an L.
I thought you did. I know again.
Wait a minute. Wait. Michelle won.
Yeah.
You won, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Thought you needed one more.
And you didn't say anything? Are you
No.
saying that you like this game? You want to keep playing it?
Do that again?
All right. Well, read me my O.
Okay. Seeing mounds, sometimes huge mounds, of these animal skeletons can be one of the most beautiful sights in the sea. What should we call them?
Macabre. All right, so we have played this game. Michelle has won. All right, Michelle, how would you rate this game on? We need to come up with a rating system of does it
How many stars?
is it fun? Does it make a lot of sense? Does it leave you going WTF all the time?
Yeah, this one does.
So anyway, what would you say?
It's an interesting game. It can be fun depending who you're playing with. but I think it needs a board to go around.
An actual board with Lou painted on the board. Lou. So it's a Lou board.
I would rather have a numbered die,
You know?
and
A
then
Lou
on
board.
the spaces it has L, O, and U.
Yeah. And then a little character to.
Right.
All right, Mr. Cameraman.
Okay. The game is fun, and it gives you a lot of resources that you could probably use in the back of your brain somewhere, sometime.
For pub trivia.
Yeah, but some of the questions are just WTFs. You just scratch your head when you ask them or answer them.
The game was the reason I had fun playing this game was because we got to express our own, humor and personalities while doing it. So I think Michelle's right. It depends on who you play with. The game, whoops. Do I regret spending $3 at Goodwill for this game? No. No, I don't. But keep in mind, the game was created in 1996. So a lot has changed since then. We even know where the Titanic sank now. Thanks to James Cameron.
Dirk Pitt.
Dirk Pitt, right. Thanks to Dirk Pitt. Thanks to Dirk Pitt,
And Clive Cussler.
Clive Cussler, and I have to say this, Matthew McConaughey, you're a great actor, but you aren't Dirk Pitt. Dirk Pitt is like 6'4" with black hair and green eyes.
But he was a good second.
I honestly think you should play. Now I can't remember the guy's name. Mickey Haller in Michael Connelly's The Lincoln Lawyer novels. I think Matthew McConaughey. I think he'd be a great Mickey Haller. I did enjoy the movie Sahara, partly because I'm a Clive Cussler fan, and like I said, I like Matthew McConaughey as an actor. Steve Zahn and Penelope Cruz were also in the movie, which, good movie, great movie. Clive Cussler, go read his books. But getting back to the game. Voyagers, Lure of the Sea. It's alright. It's got some pretty weird questions. It's got some pretty non-questions. Some pretty WTF statements that they want you to answer. I'm not sure how they do that. Would I play the game again? If I was drunk enough. This has been Tribe of Ben with another game review. Thank you and good night.